Okay, so I literally just burned off some of my hair. Starting the video. I was super chill and now I'm like, wee! Hi everybody, it's Mandi. The smell of burnt hair is in the air. Hi everybody, so that really woke me up. Tonight we're going to do a firefly reading. A firefly reading is just a reading that is meant to illuminate the darkness of a situation for somebody. It is a collective energy, so it may not resonate for everybody, so take what is for you and leave the rest. But yeah, I haven't done a firefly reading in for ebbs. For a long time, I feel like Spirit was asking me to put the brakes on my fireflies, so I did, and I feel like I'm kind of getting the green light to get back into it, so yay, because it's a super cold, blustery, it's super Halloween here tonight in North Carolina. It's just like blustery, and the leaves, you can hear them like outside, and I've got a little Halloween sign on my door, and it's like rattling against the door, and so it just feels very comforting and special and like quiet. So, all right, woodchuck chuckers, let's get into this. Spirits. We're gonna start with the Halloween deck, of course. So what is going on with my fireflies? I'm just going to get one card as kind of like the general info of the reading. What is going on for my fireflies? And there it is. Can never stay on this, ever. Okay. Joy, rejoicing in the present. I love it. Look at that shit. That makes me so happy. Oh, yay. Joy, rejoicing in the present. I love it. And there's leaves. Like there's leaves. Well, it's a Halloween deck, but you see like all those pretty leaves. And oh, I love that. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Yay. Okay. I'm just going to read. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it is time to find the joy in this moment and to find that joy more often. Should this card come up in your divination, it heralds arrival of more happiness and profound joy into your life. It is a good omen. Yay! Actively seek pleasure and build more of the things that give you personal joy and laughter in your life. After all, we build in appointments for the dentist. Why not for our own pleasure? Hello. So yay, that's super fun. I love that. I wasn't expecting like, I don't know what I was expecting. Oh, this is the ones I wanted to use. All right, so what I'm getting from this card as well is, you know, it's eclipse season. It's right before Halloween, and I said this in my recent weekly energy reading online, but this is such a potent energy right now, this new moon in Scorpio and the eclipse season and Halloween. It's just a very potent energy of deep diving and releasing and letting go and letting go and letting go. Scorpios are highly transformative energies. They love to deep dive. They love to transform. They're not afraid to like see the dark and light aspects of themselves. And so I feel like with fall being like a literal metaphor almost for like allowing things to release and what no longer serves us to leave so that we can experience this joy. So that by releasing all those things that no longer serve us, we're stepping into a real true essence of ourselves and kind of coming into our own. So I am loving that energy. Big intense energy doesn't always have to be, you know, super heavy and like, yeah, so I'm excited to see some joy. All right, so what else we got going on for the collective? I also feel like we're really trusting our intuition coming up. Yeah. I feel like we're really coming into a sense of ourselves because we've done so much work. For starters, I feel like we are learning what is stable for ourselves, like no matter what. We are creating our sense of security and home. We've got this 4 here, the beauty card. We've got safe home. So I feel like we, through our self-worth, through our personal growth, we are learning how to create stability within ourselves. We are learning how to make our inner selves, our essence, our energy home, no matter what our outer conditions are. And that's very, very, very powerful, because it means that we're always in alignment. And I feel like through this self-care journey, through this nurturing, through this taking care of ourselves, whether that's like, you know, skincare rituals, or if that's just self-care, like going for walks or meditation. But I feel like by stepping into the peace and the calm and the tranquility of who we are, we're really learning to find our joy. We're really learning. I don't feel like we're changing. I feel like we're uncovering what's always been there. You know, societal constructs, you know, family, shit that happens in high school, you know, just all that stuff kind of weighs on us. And at a certain point, it's like, who am I? You know? So I feel like right now we're uncovering, we're releasing all of the crap. We're releasing and letting go of the stuff that was never us to begin with. And we're just kind of stepping into our own power. Definitely like a reclamation of power. A reconciliation of self. Yeah, just finding the joie de vivre of life again, finding our tribe. I feel like we're giving ourselves and others a lot of grace. I feel like we're learning a lot about love right now, and how potent it is and how transforming it is. And I feel like the things that we've let go of, or that we're letting go of, the self-talk, you know, how we speak to ourselves negatively, the things we say to ourselves in the mirror, you know, the belief systems that we have, you know, about money, jobs, love, family, all of those things that feel heavy, we're letting go of, and instead we're bringing a lot of grace, a lot of freedom to the equation. Seeing the world as something that isn't good or evil, black and white. We're kind of seeing people, well, this person is this way because they're doing this, this, and this, and I understand that because of this, this, and this. And we're just kind of giving people grace, even people that have deeply hurt us in our lives. And I feel like we're learning to just kind of operate out of a sense of wisdom and grace, and out of a sense of our ego and a mental headspace, a rumination, okay? I feel like for anybody that is actually nervous about their home life situation, I feel like also that's that we're balancing that out as well. Yeah. And then finally on the bottom, we've got destiny. And I feel like we are really coming into our own in regard to our destiny with this 8 here, this personal authority over our lives, this personal sovereignty, getting back on our throne again, and not letting anybody disrupt our personal freedom and personal power. You know, if you've got people yapping at you, even energies, it doesn't even have to be like real people, but just like energies of like, I feel like the world is kind of coming for me, and there's like, you know, people just kind of, you know, things that don't even make sense. But if you feel like a lot of anger is like stuff's being thrown at you, I feel like we're just kind of like, not my circus, not my monkeys. It's, you know, what other people's opinions are of you are none of your business. And I feel like because of this self-care, because of this self-worth, this grace that we're offering ourselves, the safety and security within, so much root chakra energy here, where we feel like our little inner children just feel safe and well cared for and nurtured, and they're having fun and they're playing again. I feel like our destiny and our purpose is really going to open up. Yeah, it says, all that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. I feel like we're in our true essence here, fireflies. I feel like we're really learning our true essence and beginning to like get right into that life purpose energy, which is pretty cool. I love this energy. What a beautiful energy. funny. Okay. I'm going to take all of those. Okay. So I feel like this transformation has required so much courage, so much bravery, so much strength. So much strength. I feel like your guides, your angels, your higher selves, your ancestors, like the whole team, the whole kit and caboodle has been behind you, pumping you up, whether you know that or not. You are a lion. You are courageous and brave to get to this place where you can experience joy. Because I feel like for some of us, there is, we aren't in, I feel like this is about our internal compass, our internal stability. It doesn't mean that our outer conditions are perfect. So the fact that we are able to find joy in the present moment, despite all of the crazy around us that's swirling as the wind and the leaves swirl outside and I can hear them. It takes so much courage and bravery to be in that storm and still find the joy. It is an act of God. It is divinity. It is enlightenment to be able to be okay in the moment that does not feel safe or secure externally. But internally, in this energy, y'all are like, it just doesn't matter. Like, I know they're talking about cutting people at work, and I have no control over it. So what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna enjoy my day and hang out with my friends, and what happens happens. And it doesn't mean that you might not be able to pay your bills that month, and not be able to pay rent, and maybe you're evicted, and maybe you have to whatever. I'm not saying that, but in all of those circumstances, we're choosing to feel safe and secure in those circumstances rather than act out of ego or our mental thoughts of like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh, what am I going to do? Like, oh my gosh, like my parents are going to be so embarrassed. Oh my gosh, it's like all of those worries. It's like, there's nothing I can control. It's approaching the situation from a completely different perspective. And this perspective is so strong and powerful and brave. There's a lot y'all have had to overcome. A lot of inner self-worth. You might have had people telling you your whole life, you're worthless, children should be seen and not heard, you need to look a certain part, you need to play a certain part. There's a lot about self-worth here, and a lot of grieving that we've had to do to get to a point where our self-care, our security is okay. And that's like quite a freaking journey. There's been true transformation that's taken place. And I feel like people see you and they watch you glow and they watch you glow up and they watch you make different bold choices, and they're like, wow, it must be easy for them. And they have no idea the amount of grief that you've been through. I don't know if you can see that. Okay, it's the grieving card. So much grief that you've experienced, so much you've had to expunge from yourself, from, just to feel okay. I feel like it's been a very emotional time. And I feel like we are, through that grief, through allowing ourselves the process to purge and emote and journal and do all the things, we have learned to sparkle and shine, and we've really learned our self-worth and what we'll honor, what we'll take, what we won't take. We're okay with boundaries, but it required a significant amount of hurt and pain and grief that we had to overcome. And I feel like there's such a forgiveness, not just for others, but also for yourself. I feel like we're releasing the burdens of, man, I could have done that differently. Man, all those regrets, or all the worries, or all of the strife, all the bare necessities. We're learning to lighten up. We're learning to have fun. We're learning to laugh. But we're also laying at the feet. I'm like, there's a Christian concept here that I'm hearing. Laying at the feet, laying at the cross of something. Grace, lightening the load. We're releasing these burdens, surrendering them to a higher power to be like, I'm done with the burden. I'm done with the stress. I'm done with like, oh, the physical pain of it all. Like it just, you know? Instead, I'm going to do things that help get me out of my head. I'm going to start doing things that help me feel safe and secure and in alignment. And when I say in alignment, what does that mean? It means balance. It means being in a space and an energy that feels really, really good. Like again, like just being on a solid rocks, being on solid ground, solid foundation, so that no matter what is happening externally, we're okay because we're sleeping well, we're eating good, we're taking care of ourselves, we're taking care of our bodies, we're maintaining our friendships that are loyal, we are, you know, releasing toxic people from our lives. And it doesn't mean we're cutting out everybody willy-nilly. It just means that we're having grace for people in our lives that can't show up for us in a certain way. I've said this many times on this channel, but not everybody's here to evolve. And some of us are just meant to be a big post in front of us to get us to see our own strength and our own power, to get us to transform. And I feel like for my fireflies, I feel like you've had a lot of people that have come into your life that you kind of had to rail against to kind of be able to shed these layers that other people haven't wanted you to shed. And so, you know, for most people, we go through the world, you know, with all this stuff and like expectations and my family, like I play this role in my family and I do all this stuff and we kind of just maintain this in our small little box and we just stay in this and stay in our lane and we never change. But for those of us that have the courage and the bravery to really be like, this just doesn't sit right with me. I got it. This isn't who I am, and begin to question and begin to, you know, start a trajectory and begin to, you know, go on this little spiritual quest and awaken, to practice a more mindful living. I feel like for those of us doing that, my fireflies, you're really, again, you're not changing. You're just releasing all of the bullshit and rediscovering who you are at your core, and it's super powerful. I love this reading. Well done, you. For some of us, there's a lot of worry about home right now. There might be family situations, family drama. We might be concerned about being able to take care of family. We've also got closure here, so this could be divorce for some of us, that we are leaving certain situations, closing out. Okay, so here's what happened. We've got safe home, right? So the cards that came out underneath that, home, family, closure. Okay, so for some of us, there have been significant endings in regard to our home situation. Again, it could be a divorce, family, extended family, roommate situations, landlord situations, just where we do not feel like we are safe. Trust that being in this present moment, being in this safety and security within, bringing grace to the world, compassion for ourselves, for those that have hurt us, compassion and forgiveness for ourselves for wasted time. Trust that the stars are aligning for us to be okay in our home situations. Okay? Yeah, because you're being called to something bigger with this Destiny card here, which is really, really beautiful. So let's just get, I'm not going to like beat a dead horse with all of this. My readings tend to be like really long and I'm not even sure that's necessary. So, Spirit, what else do you got? What else do you want me to do here? Any guidance or anything else? Any guidance or anything else? So we got Pisces, Leo, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, Taurus. So definitely right now we're learning how to feel into our lives rather than think into our lives. Spirit also wants us to not do as much, do, and to make sure that we're taking time to feel, to be alone, to be quiet. The card is talk less, feel more. And I feel like what we're being asked to do is not produce as much and instead feel the next step. And we can take steps, but to not throw all of our eggs into a basket until we feel divinely guided. Because I feel like in this trajectory, it's just about taking the right next step, the right next step, the right next step. And I feel like the path you've been on, we've been very strategic about it from a logical perspective, but I feel like when we feel into things and we allow communication with spirit, God, or angels, however you resonate, when we allow that energy to kind of, come into our body, when we commune with that energy, through prayer, meditation, I feel like the stars can align in ways that are quite unexpected. And I feel like doors might open up for you that are quite unexpected, as opposed to, I need to get from A to Z by doing this, this, and this. I feel like Spirit's saying like, hey, stay in alignment, stay in that peaceful energy. We're almost there, but I feel like feeling more into our lives is going to bring about that destiny where we really begin to feel our purpose. And when we do, we've got be humble here. And so I feel like this is, you absolutely know all that you've been through. You absolutely know like the mountains you've had to climb. Not everybody's going to get that. And sometimes when we transform and we change and we begin to shine, it triggers a lot of people. And it triggers people because they want what you have, and or it triggers people sometimes into the worst versions of themselves, or oh, how nice for them, or oh, I bet they didn't get it through this, and this. I bet they like swindled their way, or oh, it can just trigger people in like a million different ways. And a lot of times people want the same light that you have, but they don't, they don't understand like how much grief, the grieving process, how much transformation, how much self-care work that you've done. And so it's like, they just see the glow up, they don't see the hours, the years, all that you put into the growth. And so when you get there, when you get to that spot where you're just like, I know my purpose, I know my path, this is what I'm doing, stay humble about it. Be the leader here, be the, act with love and compassion, because we are all, on a journey in our own timing, and not everybody, we can only hear what we want to hear when we can hear it, myself included. So yeah. Full moon in Capricorn. What is this one, Spirit? Get clarity. Okay. So I feel like in regard to our finances, we've got full moon in Capricorn here, take a reality check. And then when I was like, what are we taking a reality check about? We've got Queen of Pentacles and the Hangman reversed. So I feel like this is seeing a different perspective of our finances. And I also feel like this is my single mother's card, if that pertains to you. But also, Queen of Pentacles is somebody that is super stable, like, has their house, has their life, they're grounded, they're good, like they're stable, they do their 9 to 5, but they also, just really enjoy their life and get in love, like luxury, and, honor all of the beauty around them. And I feel like a couple things. One, I feel like that we need to take a look at our finances and make sure that we're not overspending in certain places. Make sure that in regard to our transformation, I feel like maybe our finances is next. But kind of watch our spending. What are we spending money on? Where are we putting our energy? you know, into what direction? Are we spending a lot of money on eating out? Are we spending a lot, you know, too much money on movies? Are we spending too much money on like super nice fancy things? And why? I feel like the why is really important. And I also feel like the other thing I feel like is, I want to say like a belief that things can get there, like a lot of different things. Take out what resonates for you, but I'm getting a belief that it doesn't have to be, your financial situation doesn't have to be what you think it is. So I feel like in that regard, like manifesting and believing bigger for ourselves, that we can have more, that we can do more, and be more, without having to like work. And I also feel like to have patience for the process, you know, that we're not going to go from 0 to 60, that it's like, you know, it may not be as fast as we want. We just need to see things from a different perspective and to trust the journey, trust all the steps along the way. Then we got new moon in Virgo. New moon in Virgo. Trust all will be well. Okay. And Virgo can be really self-critical and hyper analytical and super organized. And I'm going to get to my pentacles by doing this. And I feel like we just kind of need to change up the perspective. I feel like, you know, if we've been too loosey-goosey with our finances, we need to bring it back, and vice versa. If we've been like so, you know, then, you know, go buy yourself a latte. Live the crazy life. New moon in Gemini. Think it through. So it's interesting. We've got, you know, 2 new moons here. So all that darkness, not much is illuminated. Kind of flailing about like, meh. So why is this? Think it through. I feel like that is part of this process, to kind of think through who we've been, who we want to be. How can we go from A to Z? How can we take those baby steps methodically, but how can we also feel into the situation more? And I feel like we're just we're being asked to kind of take some time to go within. But let me see here. What is this think it through about? Sure. Okay, well this, I don't know. I need a nap. So we got, this is what I know we got. We got 9 of Swords reversed and the 10 of Swords reversed. Okay, upright, these cards are bitches. 9 of Swords up at 3 in the morning, just mental worry, stimulation, mental rumination, just like like being on that hamster wheel of worry. Super anxious thoughts, okay, just like a little bit of anxiety here. And then the 10 of Wands, just the burden of all that we've been through, all that we've experienced, just responsibilities, all of our thoughts, all the things we have to do, our dreams, our limited belief systems, all of our, you know, all of that stuff. It just feels all very heavy, and it keeps us up at night. Like, how do I get up? You know, how do I put these down? Like, how do I get to my destination with all these friggin' wands, because they're heavy and I've got nobody. It's a very lonely, like, I'll just do it. Persevering energy, but it's intense. They're reversed. So I don't, explain to me this, think it through. Let's try this one more time. Explain to me, think it through. So we've got 6 of Cups and 8 of Cups, and then we've got the Hermit reversed and the High Priestess reversed underneath that. So I feel like for some of us, it's really important to trust our intuition. Maybe for the more logical among us, it would be in our best interest to, like, in regard to thinking through our next steps, that we want to really get in touch with our intuition and Hermit energy. High Priestess and the Hermit are all about introspection, trusting our intuition, trusting our spiritual guidance, using our Gandalf energy to kind of go within and find our inner wisdom. For some of us, we've got 6 of Cups here and 8 of Cups, okay? So think it through, like, what do we need to walk away from? What are we nostalgic about? How can we do life in a more playful way? 8 of Cups is all about walking away from something. And 6 of Cups is kind of a card of nostalgia or like childlike wonder, playfulness. So kind of the energy that I'm getting here. For some of us, we might be stuck in the past and just like needing to release the burden of past situations. For some of us, we might need to move on from past situations. Pretty much anything that is zapping your energy or your strength needs to go. And I feel like we're doing that. But I feel like as we're moving away from all these like old constructs, old belief systems, it's really important to trust our intuition. It's really, really, really important to think it through. Maybe on paper. Take it how it resonates for you. Let me pull one more card on this. Oh, I'm getting tired now, y'all. Okay, can I get some more clarity on think it through? Few questions. I feel like maybe like being more curious about, like being more playful, more curious about outcomes in our life, about the potential next step, as opposed to I need to have all the answers. I feel like that's really important. Amelie shows you that have other paths in front of you. There are avenues you can take that you may not even see yet. Be ready for the unexpected signpost pointing you toward a completely different way. Absolutely what I was saying earlier. Destiny can sometimes be tricky because you may be pulling for the wrong shore. Stop for a moment in your seeking. Tap into your natural curiosity and question things. Even those people who have always seemed one way and only one way may have hidden depths. Your job is to re-examine what you thought truth was. Chances are good you will be given an opportunity to make some changes. Remember, the circle can become a spiral, so rather than leading you back up to your own beginning, it may take you up or down. Your skill at questioning will help you find your way. Okay, so think it through, take that how that resonates, but I feel like you know, as I was saying before about our path, our destiny, our purpose, it may not be in the same way that we're accustomed to, like going from 0 to 60, or like this is the way I have to get from A to Z. It might be more intuitive. It might be more divinely inspired. And for some of us, leaving old constructs, leaving old relationships, leaving old situations, it requires some thought. It requires some mindfulness, I feel like. In regard to those issues, okay? And then finally, last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. And I feel like just like when we get down on ourselves, this is just really a card saying like, hey, like see the glass half full. Like you've done so much work on yourselves. Taurus can really beat themselves up. They're also an earth sign like Virgo, can be very self-critical. We've also got Capricorn here, so we got 3 energies. Only one cups, only one watery energy of emotion. And I feel like Spirit's just like, hey, when you feel like you're screwing up, when you feel like you're not making the bold choices, when you feel like you're just not getting it, when there's lack of clarity, when you just don't know the next step, Spirit's saying like, hey, be proud of yourself. Like you've come so far. You've come so far on this journey, on this transformation journey. And that's really special and to be honored. Okay, it's really easy to beat ourselves up. Like we just kind of want to get there. You know, when am I going to be the famous rap star? Like, that is always what I ask myself, and it just hasn't happened yet. On the bottom, we've got Sauvage, my favorite. She who is wild. We're just changing up all the things, y'all. We're changing up all the things, and I love that. We're getting more wild. We're kind of getting outside the box of what we believe to be true about ourselves, and I like it. No, I don't want to use those. Let's just do one of these, and we'll get some blessings, and then we'll call it, okay? Anything else you got here, Spirit? Nectar of the Lotus. Your devotion to helping others has the effect of squeezing the heart chakra of the Divine Mother. She just loves it. From her heart drips nectar, sweet, sustaining, life-affirming energy that feeds you and allows you to nourish many souls. When you are full, well, and vital, you are able to nourish others. You are guided to receive your fill now for your own benefit and the benefit of all. So I feel like part of your divine purpose is helping others, but I feel like part of that divine purpose can only happen when we are in alignment and when we are filling our own cup. Okay, so do not lose that self-care along the way. Do not lose, you know, I've got like 8 talks I need to give today and 8 lectures and I got all this stuff, you know, but it's like, at what point can you slow down? At what point do you get to fill your own cup? At what point do you get to get that sleep, eat a good meal? So really keep that in mind, that we can only save others, you know, when we have our own oxygen mask on. Okay, really important for my overgivers and compassionates and empaths and codependents. Let me save you. All right, so fireflies, this is a really beautiful reading. I'm going to get some blessings. Let me quick do a self-worth card. I let go of the past with ease. I trust the process of life. I affirm that I am now willing to release the need for any negative situations and conditions. So yeah, a lot that we're shedding right now. Okay, so let's see what blessings are coming in, and then I'll get some songs. Just because songs are fun. For my fireflies, what blessings are coming in for my fireflies? Oops. Okay. What blessings are coming in? Give this a shuffle. Blessings are coming in. Okay. I love it. I love it, y'all. So the first one that came in, fireflies, dragonfly spirit, change. Okay, so where some of us have really been desperate for change, I feel like the change coming in is so beautiful and peaceful, but also like profound, like, you know, our cup runneth over. I feel like it's just going to feel like a depth of love and gratitude that we're going to have. I feel like we're so used to change in a not great way, so used to change in a, you know, the rug being pulled out from under us kind of way. And I feel like this time it's going to be change where we're really being lit up, where it's like, wow, good things happen to me, and holy crap, I just manifested this, and holy crap, like now this is happening, like woo. So yeah, I feel like it's really positive. I mean, it's a blessing, so it's a really positive, beautiful change. But I feel like it's going to be overwhelming, and it's going to be overwhelming in a really beautiful way. But it's going to create such a sense of peace and serenity in our lives. Then we've got bee spirit, prosperity. Major change coming in our finances. I feel like we are going to get into that Queen of Pentacles energy if we're not already. And we're really learning our worth. We're really learning our value. We're leading from a place of wisdom to create our money. And beautiful, beautiful blessing coming in. Then we've got Phoenix, transmutation. As we trust our intuition, we are learning, like y'all have absolutely learned this with the cards that have come out, how to take negative, shitty situations and transmute them into something beautiful and positive. It's a really, really exceptional energy. Like again, like learning that you are safe and secure within yourself as home. You are home. Not the people in your life, not where you live. It's like I am home within myself. And I feel like, you know, whatever, there's so much strength and power and resilience and courage in this pile, bravery in this pile, that no matter what you're given, you know how to take like a negative, shitty situation and turn it into something really beautiful just by trusting your intuition. And also by being like, yeah, you know, been here, done that. So beautiful energy. Then we've got love. And we've got 1111 here. So you might, you know, have new love coming in, you guys, which is really beautiful. I definitely feel like this is a card of self-worth for this pile, for sure, or for this fireflies. What am I doing? Card of self-worth, but I feel like when new love does come in for you, or a reboostering of love that you're already in, if you're in a relationship, I just feel like you're gonna feel free. I mean, look at her. She's just like wild and just like flying around. She just feels uninhibited, unencumbered. And I feel like just wishes are coming true here for this pile because you've done so much work. And I'm surprised the Justice card didn't come out, but I wouldn't be surprised if it had, because I feel like the karma that you have put out, how much you've given, I feel like is finally coming back. And you're just going to feel wild and free and so much change. The best times of your life are ahead, truly, fireflies. And then finally, we've got enlightenment, okay? I think I even used that word earlier. Again, just having the wisdom to give the world around us grace. I feel like there's a lot of wisdom in this pile, and as you help others, I feel like that wisdom's going to come out. And I feel like, you know, by operating out of your heart chakra, you've just become enlightened. You've just grown so much. I actually want to read this one too. Enlightenment. I'll just read this short part. Positive changes are coming. You are lightening up, feeling buoyant and free. Your connection to spirit is deepening. Old beliefs about who you are and what you deserve in life are falling away, replaced by incredible new paths. Yeah. All right, y'all, let me get you some songs, and that will be it. I love, love, love this reading. Thank you, Spirit, for such a beautiful energy. Yes. Okay, what songs for my fireflies might be pertinent to their journey? You got a lot. Okay. We got Hound Dog by Doja Cat. I don't know, you guys. These may resonate, they may not, but I'm going to put them in the thing anyway. Hound Dog by Doja Cat. We've got Justified by Kacey Musgraves. I'll be right there, Thomas. He's outside scraping at the door. Let Me Love You by Neyo. Let me love you. Love that song. I don't want to love nobody but you. This one comes out all the time. And finally, Head Over Feet by Alanis. Oh, I love that one. So good. That's like a college song right there. Now I'm dating myself. All right, you guys, this has been so much fun. It's an honor to be in your energy and your presence tonight. So thank you so much. I hope you all have a great Halloween, and I will see you all next time. Okay, if you like this video, like, please share and subscribe. Okay.